We're recording.
All right, so I guess you just say your name for me and what you do.
My name is Jolene DeVito. I always say Jolene like the country song, DeVito like Danny. And my job, thank you. My job title is Police Information Manager for the Carrollton Police Department.
Okay. So, just real quick, I'm assuming, what does that job entail? That means you're talking to the public about the ongoings of the police?
Yeah, the easy way to describe it is that I'm the spokesperson for the police department, but the three buckets I kind of have in my job duties are news media liaison, so whenever the news media needs something, it comes through me. I do all our social media and our website as well.
Alrighty.
So yeah, any information going out to the public.
Is there any time where you directly give any kind of speech or anything to the public, like a press conference or anything?
Oh yeah. We don't. I kind of handle it differently, and also because we're not a huge department. I have very few official news conferences. I just like to, whenever the media needs sound bites, they can come and get them from me.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes on big cases, you have to, just to keep your sanity, or you're just going to be, one-off interviewing all day long.
Understandable. Yeah, no, I was just curious because if you had to give a press conference, is there any, especially for the big cases, is there any kind of case, or do you ever experience, is there maybe information that's hard to tell the public or hard to tell the general media that, you maybe struggle with? Like, how do you get through that?
Well, what I struggle with is I have to know everything about it, but I can't reveal everything about it.
Right.
So a lot of times when they'll ask me a question that I know I can't answer, it's how do I formulate the answer to that without saying no comment, because
you got to read the audience a little bit. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I do know, I'll know all the ins and outs of an investigation, but we obviously aren't going to reveal everything we know about it. So sometimes it's hard to figure out when you're on the fly exactly what you can say, can't say, should say.
Because you still have to be respectful to the target audience and who's a part of it.
True, and the detectives will they'll murder me if
Exactly.
That could uplift it then. What is the most fun you've had at this job?
Yeah. I love, what's fun for me is I have a media background. I have a communications background. I'm a normal person. I'm not a sworn police officer.
Right.
And so things that I know people would love to know, the cops are like, really? Why would they care about that? I'm like, trust me, watch this. And so I'll put it on social or out to the news media, and it'll blow up, and they'll be like, you're right. So just the silly stuff. Like one time, early in the morning, my phone starts blowing up while I'm still getting ready for work, and I'm like, God, let me just get there. Well, I look down at my phone, and it's a picture of one of our cops holding a baby goat. Like, we're not rural. What's happening here?
Where'd you get this goat?
So we're getting calls that there's a baby goat just running around the Chick-fil-A parking lot. So I post that on our social media, and just the way I phrased it, I said, hey, you're missing a goat? Just like ridiculousness.
Yeah.
So people love that stuff. So that's the fun stuff.
So working the social media really is your favorite part.
Yeah. Cool. When I've got good stuff to work with, for sure.
That's cool. Well, man, it sounds like those kinds of stories write themselves almost.
They do. I think so. I mean, it's kind of like less is more. It's a cop grinning, holding a baby goat.
You just let
not
the
a whole
baby
lot you
goat
have to
tell
do
the
with it.
story,
Exactly.
No, that's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Really
You're really fun to interview, and I appreciate your thought-provoking answers.
I was really nervous about wait, we have to do this for 10 minutes. You made it easy.
Yeah, you made it really easy. You just have a conversation, and so I really appreciate that.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Good to y'all.
So cool. And
Yes.
happy Friday.
Happy Friday.